A pastor of a church in Enumclaw is now out on bail after being charged with child rape.
The victim was 10 years old at the time of the alleged abuse, and now others in the community, they're worried that there could be more kids potentially abused by this man. Dana Rebick is live in Enumclaw with the very latest on this story. Such a tragedy, Dana.
It really is. This man was officially charged today with first degree child rape. He was arrested at his workplace earlier in the week. Now, we learned today that Malcolm Frazier is a pastor of a local church here that many people consider a cult. We were told that a lot of the members of this church all work at the same printing business together and that many of them live in group settings in the same homes. Now, we do know that Frazier has lived with at least 2 families that did have young children in the homes, and now some are worried that he could have victimized more than one child. Those who know Malcolm Frazier describe him as reclusive, quirky, and awkward, but never imagined the 39-year-old Scottish pastor was capable of raping a child.
I'm in shock, scared for other children, particularly my own.
Island Dean was raised in the Sound Doctrine Church, a parish many consider a cult, but left years ago. Just last week, the daughter of a close acquaintance of his told police Pastor Malcolm Frazier repeatedly raped her in the middle of the night when she was 10 years old. Frazier and his wife lived in the same home as the victim. The girl, who is now 17, says Frazier threatened to hurt her and her mother and told her she would go to hell if she ever turned him in.
Someone who is a monster like this and, rapes children, they're not just going to stop at one.
The Deans are concerned because Island's ex-wife still belongs to the church and lived with Malcolm Frazier for 5 years. Dean worries his 2 children may have been abused too.
She was very, very skittish. She was very fidgety. We believe that she is a victim. I know my daughter well enough to where I know when she's lying and when she's not.
We went to Frazier's home today, but no one answered. Neighbors tell us he's a quiet guy.
They're pretty reclusive. Doesn't surprise me. I never really liked them.
Island Dean wants police to further investigate the case and worries for the safety of other children.
Now that he's posted bail as of last night, he has any kind of contact he wants with my kids or the other kids in the church, and that's frightening. That's scary.
Enumclaw police say this investigation is still ongoing, but Island Dean says he's concerned it's not going to get very far. He says that's because all of the children in this church are homeschooled and that the parents, the members of this church, are taught to remain very isolated from the rest of the community. Now, Malcolm Frazier will be arraigned in King County Court on April 5th. Live in Enumclaw, Dana Rebick, Q13, Fox News.